Welcome back to the Bunker Podcast. I'm your host John. I've got my co-host Will. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate.
Good, my friend. Good, my friend. I'm very excited to have a very special guest on our podcast today. He is a Sheffield grime pioneer, I want to say. I struggle to think of many people who've done more for like the Sheffield hip-hop scene over the last few years. And the man sat in the chair in front of us today. Medley, how you doing, my guy?
I'm good, man. You good?
Respect. Excited to have you on. Gassed to have you on. So I've been... for those of the viewers who need some context, we met before. You sold me a CD many years ago, and you struggle to remember this, but I remember it very well. I remember taking it home and I was rocking with your shit. And yeah, it was just, I just thought, yeah, this guy's got some good bars. I like this guy's style. I fuck with it. And then I was seeing your videos later on and like garnering a fan base for yourself and that kind of thing. And then you transitioned more into like Afro-Caribbean kind of reggae vibe, like kind of dancehall. And your fans really rock with that. They went with you through all that transition. It's just great to see your growth and development over time, man. Like,
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're here to. I guess we're gatekeepers in a way, and I guess we've got to like put on like shit that we respect ourselves, and like you are certainly a man that we all respect here at the Bunker.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, man, for sure. Do you want to take us back to the start then? Like, there'll be many of your fans who are watching, I'm sure, who'll know a bit more about your story, but for those who don't know, do you want to take us back to the start? Where did you grow up, and what was life like for you growing up?
So, I grew up Sheffield, Norfolk Park Hill.
Okay.
And I went to school on Broomall, Portercroft.
Yeah.
So, and my dad was a youth worker, so I used to be at loads of youth clubs all over the city. So that's why I got to like know a lot of people. And and then people started doing music in my school. I started with a lot of people in my school rapping.
So you started out like rapping in a crew kind of deal?
Yeah. SBK, a lot of the fans will know.
Sure,
SBK was where we started. Me, Torment, Roadrunner, and it was a few other MCs as well, you get me, so
you all kind of came up together. Are any of those guys still rapping, or like are you the one who kind of followed it through, or like did you still like fuck with those guys? Are you still working with those guys musically?
Musically, no, but a lot of them are still doing their thing, like Intensive, he's still making his music. Roadrunner, he still writes a lot of stuff, you get me, like, so like we can always have barring sessions and stuff like that, so they're always doing, but he probably not record as much, so but he's got bars there, so
and he's a top guy, it's on some like personal shit.
Yeah. So it's one of them ones. So
facts, man.
Yeah, so that's where it started, and then I kind of just started finding my sound more, making my own mixtapes and stuff like that, and because I just got such a good feedback, and kind of became like one of the known Sheffield artists. I just couldn't really stop. I just carried on going. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Sheffield's a small place, bro. So like to have someone like who comes from like 20 minutes from where I live, and like to see you like popping off and like doing really well for yourself, like it's inspiring to see, bro. For real.
Appreciate it, man.
For real. So you were talking about like obviously like people around you had an influence on you, like rapping growing up. Like what were your big influences like musically? Like what did you grow up on? Because obviously you came out of that kind of post scum fam Sheffield grime scene, but you also you had your own story to tell, and you did different things to them that I think the fans really gravitated towards. So who were the artists that kind of most contributed towards you evolving your sound to where it's at today?
Obviously a mixture of UK artists and Jamaican artists, US artists as well, and obviously people in Sheffield. I've got a Sheffield accent as well, so you'll be able to hear that on certain songs. But yeah, there was obviously people like All Out, Scum Fam, obviously that were obviously doing like making noise in the city at the time.
For sure.
And then obviously there was like other artists as well, obviously like Style OG was doing his thing, and people that obviously like they're doing like, they're obviously crossing over internationally as well and getting a lot of performances and stuff like that, so I've kind of thought I want to start making music that I can play everywhere. You get me?
Yeah.
Not just for people that like grime or hip hop, whatever. So I kind of wanted to just hit everything, something for everyone, kind of thing. So.
Did you find that like transition difficult? So like when you start experimenting with your sounds and like doing different things, obviously like your hardcores will know you for like the early stuff, the grime stuff, but was it kind of the case of like, yeah, your fans kind of went with you with that and you kind of told people that I'm evolving, evolve with me kind of thing?
Yeah, because obviously been doing music like 10 years now, so probably longer than that, probably like 12, 13 years. So like obviously everyone grows up and just obviously the sounds change, and obviously they don't really want you to be back where you started. I think you'd be kind of struggling if you didn't kind of evolve with the times, kind of jump on a drill beat here, jump on an afro swing thing here, jump back, do a clash, grime clash, hip hop, hard hip hop rapping songs, just trying to, like I say, trying to keep everybody happy, trying to just evolve, stay fresh. You get me? Keep it.
You seem like a guy who like revels in that challenge of like doing something different time and again, you know?
Definitely, it might be sometimes, it might be detrimental because everyone always says it's good to like find a sound and stay within that sound, especially in like for marketing. Like obviously like Drake does everything, but that's because he's Drake. Tory Lanez does more or less everything, and people.
Tory Lanez is insane.
They'll just take it from him. You get me? But at first, it's like I think you kind of need to establish what it is your sound is, and then go down all these rabbit holes that I like to go down.
For sure.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
You are at the end of the day. Sorry,
yeah. Now you can and then you can apply your sound to all those different styles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Play dancehall anywhere as well. It's amazing.
Yeah. So it was that kind of opened up put more performance thing for me. So I kind of got getting booked more places.
Yeah.
People were like, oh,
your stock was rising.
Yeah, even like certain like birthday parties, festivals that people were putting on, funded by the council, like within like South Yorkshire. We even got down to Notting Hill Carnival. They were like, we want you on one of the floats for Notting Hill Carnival. I think it was like 2018, 2019, the year before the pandemic came, 2019. Yeah. And we went down there and we smacked down Notting Hill Carnival, which was a shot.
Wow.
Kind of went.
And you were kind of blown away that they'd even asked you in the first place.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of the carnival organisers, they work for different carnivals in different cities and whatever. So when they're seeing how we did well at probably like a different one, because we was obviously doing a lot of up north carnivals, they were like, we can get him down here and he could do alright. So yeah, man.
It was easy to make that. It was easy to make that jump. Like obviously, as like outsiders, it's easy for us to look at it from the outside in, and I can go like, like he's a barrer, like he's an old school barrer, like well, I wouldn't even want to book this guy, but obviously, like you're humble enough in yourself to sort of still be surprised even at this point, you know.
And the live show is lively as well. So once you see how I handle the crowd and stuff like that, that kind of like opens gateways for other people want to book you for bigger shows. Or you can handle that kind of crowd. You won't go out there and kind of drown and kind of thing. And the price goes up as well. So that's it.
Do your fans get turned up? Do they go crazy at your shows?
Yeah, like when I have shows that people like know me and stuff like that, like and people obviously film. I watch the film back. You can hear the crowd, like people singing in the crowds and stuff like that. So I think it's not obviously every song, because obviously I'm still on the come up. Don't get it twisted. But like the ones you tell the ones that resonate with people. You get me? So
the ones that are like buzzing in the underground.
Yeah. Like or like certain times like certain times when I perform a certain song, the song might not even be doing so well, but it does well live.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Got to
like,
experiment to find which ones like
so it's
sound
one of them
hard.
ones. So I've got like certain songs I probably won't even do live. But yeah, it is what it is.
That's just for you. What were your first impressions when you first jumped into the music industry, when you came out, compared to like, where they're at now? Do they differ from your impressions of the music industry today, or like maybe what your intentions or goals towards it are?
No. Probably when I was a kid. Obviously the goal changes, but now man, obviously I want to hit music that you can listen to 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, and be like, he was on stuff back then. You know what I mean? Like, and just keep on making quality music. Like, and even if man don't take it all the way, still try and make a good living out of this. You know what I'm saying?
I think I think the landscape has like changed as well nowadays, and I think this is like something that like independent artists, like obviously you were signed to a label before, but independent artists,
for what it took to be an artist back then and now, obviously, like I say, we were just talking about it earlier. There's two different things in it. Like now, there's obviously still the music, 20%, probably about 20% right now.
The rest of it's
social media, your appearance, how your personality is, how you dress, what kind of jokes you tell, what kind of audience you've got. It's all totally different to like when we did start. So you do have to move with the times, like, and yeah. You
talk about that, like moving with the times aspect, but then also I can see that you came up listening to like like old school shit, like people practicing the craft in its like purest form.
Yeah.
And obviously that's different to today, where you don't necessarily have to be like the hardest barrer, but this might seem like a bit of a tangent, but I'll bring it back to how it's relevant to you. We did a like a bio thing about XXXTentacion, and obviously I had to do a lot of research for that. But one of the things that I remember him saying from one of his interviews was, so many rappers nowadays come up trying to sound like Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert, and they want to go from point A to point Z, and that's never going to work. If you learn how like the old heads did it, it'll make the rest of it so much easier for yourself. And like that's just something that I remembered, and I think that resonates with you because like you've got those like the melody game, the harmony game, the like the musicality to your stuff. That's all that's important in the context of like the times that we're at now, if that makes sense. All of that's important. You've got that nailed down, but you've got the barrer aspect as well. Like, did you come up listening to like a lot of old school barrers like that, and like were they like your main inspiration?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really think about like singing in melodies or anything like that until like later on. But it was always kind of like the Sing J kind of like 50 Cent kind of thing on my hook, because I was always kind of had a singy kind of wave.
Yeah, but I never that came naturally to you.
Yeah, but I never really kind of tried to make it soft or sound sweet or put any harmonies on it. It was just like rough rap singing, and obviously we came up off obviously people like D Block, Jada Kiss, and or like hard rappers, you know, and
like in a time when like to get noticed, you had to have the hardest lyrics back in the day. You came up in that era.
Yeah, 100%. So even now, to try and dumb it down, sometimes like you be like, yo, it might sound great when you record it, but sometimes you have to look at the lyrics on paper. You're like, oh my days.
yeah.
But you just gotta.
To someone else it'll resonate. Someone else it'll sound good.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. With that being said, is there anyone in the new school that you fuck with hard these days, like up and coming guys that you see them, like you fuck with them?
Yeah, obviously I always like to make songs or with bit rhythms with the new up and coming artists, like.
Because you were that young guy.
Yeah, of course, right? Definitely. So if man reach out and want to get on a tune, and not even if they're not even making noise, if they're talented, man, I'll get them on a rhythm.
They've got to show the work rate.
Yeah, 100%. Because I get like loads of like people as well, like, yo, well, I'm just starting off, but I could get in the studio with you, and it's like, yeah.
But you've not really got to blueprint yourself there just yet.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like once you found not even found your sound, but found how you'd fit on a song with me, I'll do a song with you.
I fuck with that. I respect that. What's your primary creative process? Do you prefer writing or freestyling?
I can do both. So like I can have a studio session. Someone could play a beat, and I could write verses there. I could write hooks there. I could obviously put on a beat at home and sit and jot down like the more serious kind of songs and stuff like that. So being able to do both, whatever, that'll come in handy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that, bro. You've achieved a lot. You've had like a lot more success than like a lot of guys out here who try and do this. And longevity is important to you. You want to keep going, like you say. But I'm interested. How's a guy like you stay motivated? How do you keep yourself driving towards like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing?
Well, furthermore, I got into music because I just love music. Furthermore, you get me. So like, and I spend most of my time listening to music. I don't really watch a lot of TV, so I'm always on YouTube listening to new stuff. I'm chilling music in the background. New album, someone's album comes out. I listen to it all and rate it off, like how versatile it was. Did they go hard on the bars? Did they go hard at the melodies? Did they have a nice range?
You've got to critique your peers.
Not even my peers, even the top artists. Like I'll be like, that was.
You're making it part of your actual process, your actual like your life. You're applying it to.
Yeah, so I'll critique it. Like even my own stuff, I'll be like, I probably won't put that one out. That won't make the mixtape and stuff like that. You gotta be like that. But I like it, so it was kind of like a challenge for me to make newer sounding music and I like it. So a lot of people have probably gotten there for a bit of clout and notoriety, and
they've not really got the passion.
Yeah, they probably didn't have.
Whereas you have the drive, the passion.
Yeah, so I get the mixtapes out, and there's always fresh music and a new album to look forward to, and so I probably kept people by staying consistent, definitely, and just having a love for the music and just carrying on. Yeah.
That's facts, bro. We've got a little bit more time. I just wanted to, if you don't mind, ask you about something a little bit more personal.
Go on.
Okay. We were talking earlier before the cameras started rolling about your 2016 track Jungle. Obviously, there's other themes that we discussed, but something else towards the end of the song that you rapped about was losing someone close to you. A friend. I was curious when I heard that. Like, how did that impact you? And it seems like such a devastating thing, but you channeled that into something positive through your music, and again, it's really inspiring. I just was wondering how you came back from something like that,
Yeah, definitely. Music helps stuff like that, getting it down on a page, and obviously talking to people like yourself, your peers and stuff like that, and then obviously when you put a song out that's so deep, and then people hit you back do you know what? People hit me I listened to that song, I cried and all this kind of stuff, because even you might know the person that passed away in the song as well. You get me? So or whatever. So when it's so deep, and then someone comes and says, I felt that song, that was deep. You get me? That's definitely a good healing process and good feedback to get. You know what I'm saying? The song did its job.
What does that, when a fan comes to you like that and says, that really resonated with me for whatever reason, what does that mean to you, and what do people who listen to your music and support you, what do they mean to you?
So that's kind of why another reason as well why I wouldn't necessarily just stop putting out music, because I get the certain feedback where it's which is crazy. People will be like, I listened to your music this time, and we played our wedding after party, and honestly I got videos and all kind of stuff, and so because of the good feedback that I'm getting, and we're at this level already and get recognised. When I do a show, there'll be people at the side of the stage wanting CDs and merch and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, man, they're the people, and the supporters are the real one of the reasons why I'm staying this and carry on. Do you know what I'm saying?
The supporters are the drive. Yeah, that's a big motivator for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, I respect that for it. I respect that. Let's start wrapping this up. Have you got any new music coming out, and is there anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, alright. So
where can people find you?
So Instagram, Medley ENT, MEDLEY ENT. My YouTube channel is the bang same. So type that into YouTube. All my music videos are on there. And I'm working on a new album project, mixtape, whatever you want to call it at the minute. Called Planning My Escape. But it's just again, I'm just mixing, mashing the sounds and yeah, man.
Getting creative,
we're more than halfway there. We're more than halfway there.
Yeah, well, that's exciting, and we'll be waiting on that one. With that being said, then, I guess this is my last question. What's the next step for you? What's the next step in your career, and how do you aim to achieve that?
Yeah, so this is where we go from here. Yeah, so we carry on. Obviously, with the albums and making the visual side of things upping the levels on that aspect. And the longevity, I want to obviously have the merch, probably come up with like a different sort of product that we can sell along, like clothes obviously, and develop a product, and then obviously like try and take that through to some sort of shop or
you own your masters as well, so like all of that money from like, you know, again, like you said, music's only 20% of that, and everything, but that's still all going to you. The merch, that's still all going to you.
Man,
like,
just basically try and build an empire, like I say, like so like how Nipsey in his town, he had his shop.
Nipsey Hussle's a big inspiration.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey had his shop in
there,
in his town, and
Definitely.
people come and supported it. It was like, you get me, like Burner, he's got his own thing. It's all about like marketing, kind of staying in your niche, like, and transferring that fan base or whatever people know you for into some real money and something that you can just
unity as well.
Yeah, that you can capitalize off, because it's that time.
Medley,
My
I really
guy.
appreciate your time. You've rolled through like an absolute G. I really appreciate your time.
Respect.
Every time.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
great.
it's been a ride. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Join us next time. In fact, we're going to be back very shortly. Medley's bought his boy. He's in the back. He's going to be coming on soon. So join us back soon. Make sure to subscribe, like, all that jazz. And see you shortly. Peace out.